Go on.
Hello everyone, now,
Good evening.
good evening. And now I want to explain about you about corruption in Indonesia. So the first we should know is what is corruption. Corruption is the abuse of interest power for profit gain, and it takes many forms including bribery, embezzlement, nepotism, and cronyism. And corruption can occur in but
Go on. Once again, start ya. Start aja. Ulangi dari pertama. From the beginning. Oke. Ini melarikan diri nih artisnya.
Masanya di di dalam dulu ya piring. Di dalam dulu ya piring. Oh ya enggak pak.
Belajar piring. Oh, Oh, Enda pagi teman apa? Menteri. Enda pagi teman Menteri Kesehatan. Galau lali si sakit-sakit Nina. Ah. Great. Go on. Okay, si Dani. Go on. Okay, go on.
So what is corruption? Corruption is the abuse of interest power for private gain, and it takes many forms including bribery, embezzlement, nepotism, and cronyism. And corruption can occur in both public and private sectors, and often undermines trust in institutions, weakens governance, and fuels social and economic inequality. And major types of corruption. First, bribery is offering, giving, receiving, or soliciting something of value to influence a decision. Second, investment is theft or a misappropriation of funds placed in one trust. And third, nepotism is covering relative or friend contract or contracts regardless of merit. The fourth is cronyism, is appointing friend and associate to position of authority without the proper qualification. And the fifth, extortion, is obtaining something, especially money, through force of trade. And the sixth is debt, is for payment made to someone in return for facilitating the transaction or appointment. And the cause of corruption. Corruption is often driven by a combination of social, political, and social factors. The first is because the weak institution and lack of the accountability. Second, low public sector wage. Third, limited transparency in decision-making process. Fourth, lack of political will and enforcement. Fifth, cultural acceptance and social forms. Sixth, complex bureaucracy and the red tape. And seventh, political instability and poor governance. Why does corruption occur? Corruption is often driven by a combination of structural, political, and social factors. Second,
Yuk, mau gather di sini. Mau gather di sini. Oh iya, baca-baca aja.
and second, weak institutions and lack of the accountability. The third, low public sector wage. The fourth, limited transparency. The fifth, lack of political will and enforcement, cultural acceptance, complex bureaucracy, and the political instability. And what is the impact of corruption for society? So the first economic harm is for it will discourages investment, increase the cost of doing business. Second, it involves will make the resources are diverted from the public service. The third, political instability will erode trust in government. The fourth, legal system breakdown. It will weaken the rule of law. And the fifth, environmental degradation bypass regulation mean to protect the environment. Corruption in Indonesia over Indonesia has long struggled with system corruption, which permeates multiple levels of government and public service. While efforts have been made to address the problem, corruption remains a significant challenge. According to Transparency International Corruption Perception Index, Indonesia has shown some improvement in recent years but still ranks relatively low globally. because corruption in Indonesia is most prominent in the political sphere, law enforcement, public procurement, and the judiciary system, and it affects both national and regional governments. And a brief story corruption in Indonesia. So first, during the Suhartoni order regime, or the in 1966 until 1998, corruption was deeply instruction and power centralization and lack of transparency enable investment and favoritism. And in the post 1998, democratic transition brought improvements, but with reforms allowed corruption in the process. And key factor effect for the first politics. It will affect both vote buying and campaign finance abuse. Second, judiciary, bribery in court decisions. Third, law enforcement, exporting and lack of impartiality. The fourth, procurement. It will include the contracts and favoritism. And the fifth, healthcare and education. It will fund misuse and then goes in politics. And about the corruption in Indonesia. And now we will discuss about the high profile corruption test in Indonesia. So the first, Setio Novanto 2018 with the eKTP scandal, with the eKTP scandal, with the $170 million misappropriating. The second, Lucas NMB in 2023 with the embezzlement of regional funds. And the third, Joko Chandra in 2020 regarding manipulated court rulings and combating corruption in Indonesia. So the first, KPK, or Anti-Corruption Commission since 2002, the government with the reduced bribery via digital service, she with forward protection with the low access but the weak enforcement. And the fourth, public campaigns with education through school and media. So, what is the ongoing challenge to minimize the corruption in Indonesia? So the first, with enforcement and judicial independence. Second, political interference in anti-corruption bodies. Third, lack of civic oversight. Fourth, inconsistent law application. And the fifth, allied resistance to reform. Okay. And because you have listened and paid attention to my explain, and I say thank you for it.
Okay, the next one. According to your point of view, how do you know? No, no, no. How to solve the corruptions in Indonesia?
So for the corruption, we show transparency.
Okay,
Can say transparency for in government to the society.
okay,
So and second, yeah, education.
yes. And how do you minimize the risk of the corruptions started at your home?
Okay.
Yeah,
Of corruption in
yeah.
No matter.
No, I mean like this one. When we are going to minimize the risk of the corruption, it must be started from home. Okay, what will you do?
You should be honest.
Yes. Next one.
And you should to make people believe to you about
Yeah.
responsibility.
Yes.
It will trust again to you.
Okay, as a student, okay, what is your responsibility to minimize the risk of corruption? As a student, go on. It means the portions of how to minimize the risk of the corruption. Go on. As a student, go on. Go on. As a student,
As a student, I will to meningkatkan
to increase.
about the corruption education
Yup.
in social media.
Yeah.
I can say about my campaign
Yeah.
to my friend, and I will public in the social media.
Okay, according to your point of view, do you agree that our curriculum or governments, okay, manage or had a plan to put an anti-corruptions in the curriculum?
Actually, yes. But
Yeah, why?
In my school
Yeah,
implementation,
yeah.
I think
No, it's very seldom, okay? And the last question, okay, the last question. And what will be, I don't know, what are your ideas to decrease the corruption in Indonesia? the corruption level.
so
As we know, nowadays there are many corruption problems already happens right now. Even the corruptions at the Menristek DT, right, about the distribution of the laptop. Okay,
Ah,
go on.
so if I be the lead
Yeah,
first, because many countries with the person who doing corruption, it will be get the hukuman apa, sir?
the
The
punishment.
punishment
Yeah.
so hard,
Oh.
like it will get die or they will get poor. I will do that.
Okay, next
Because
one.
when they got some punishment that like
Yeah.
that, it will be must tumbuh apa, sir?
Huh?
Tumbuh,
Grow up
grow up kesadaran,
awareness.
awareness. It
Yeah.
will grow up awareness. And second, I will if I be the lead,
Yeah.
I want about the keuangan,
The finance.
the finance data
Yeah.
accurate,
Yes.
and then because many too like when government already give money for to build something, but the society
Yeah.
say they not build it like what you say.
Okay.
So I will listen from
Yeah.
the society
Yeah.
about the project that the local government do.
And my last question: do you agree that punishment must be given to all the people that already done the corruption? Okay. What are your reasons?
Because like
Okay, go on.
when we see in the China, in the North Korea,
Yeah.
like the corruption person, they will get first social punishment.
Yes.
Social punishment, can say like mereka dikucilkan.
Yeah.
Second, like country in North Korea,
Yeah.
they will they will get the done punishment,
Okay.
and many country do, they will get poor. They will get poor from the country. So all
Yeah.
their money will get itu bakal diambil oleh the country.
So it will be taken back from the country.
Yeah,
So your greatest reasons to do the the punishments to all the corruptor
Yeah.
is because of what?
Because when some can say when some people do the corruption and get the hard punishment, it will make the increase the awareness to other people, so they will scared to do something, so to do the corruption.
Okay, congratulations, you got it. Okay, thank you. Okay, a nice explanation.